is taking a minute. Come on.
Are we live yet, Josh?
We've been live.
Alrighty, welcome back everybody for a Michigan race here with the Outlaw Cup Series.
Hello, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. Welcome to the Wholemade Veedverks Outlaw Cup Series playoff race number 3 here at the Michigan International Speedway. We're here for Consumers Energy 400 here in Michigan.
Our green flag
Last year tonight, this is the final race of round number 1. The 40 to Jaywood off in the race lead, up ahead of the 9 party people. Let's see how these 100 teammates work it out. Jaywood has been very dominant thus far.
Oh yes.
Looking to the inside, look at that 9 of party people as they come around to complete lap number 1.
Trying to get around to 48 of Jaywood.
Jaywood holding his own up high, Holcomb, and complete. Lap 1 in the race lead. He'll bring the 17 to Trans Am to his outside behind him. How about Biz, the 18 of Motorsports, joining us up front? Party trying to fight that inside to keep that race lead, but that outside so strong. Side by side to the line, Jaywood's going to have the momentum and the run around the outside. That time was the 48. About the 12 of Dagfu falling into line there behind the 9 of party people. Contact Corey into the back of the 17 of Trans. The Hendrick duo still side by side up front. Behind them a couple of Fords. Trans and Jaywood working pretty well together. Jaywood finally cleared to the race lead.
With the 9
well, he has been there, so I hope so. Right, so this should be about a 30 lap stage here. Correct, are we looking at about 30 laps, 27 laps? 29 laps. 25 laps to go here to start finish line. Here comes that 17 to Trans up the inside. How about that 14 to Grizzly? Good to see him joining up front. Grizzly giving a good push to his Roush engine mate. Up the inside, trying to close up on that 48. Yeah, somebody needs to get out of the wind tunnel. Anyway, Grizzly was up on that inside. He was working well with the 17, but look at how quickly he lost his teammate. The 17 is driven off and away without him. And that's just kind of what happens in racing. You don't have friends. You're kind of off on your own. Even though it's early in the race, you kind of have to fend for yourself. Trans saw his opportunity. He ditched the 14, and he's up battling with this 48 and this 9. So still up front we have Jaywood over Trans. Party people sat 3rd. Grizzly sat 4th. How about Corey in 5th? Motorsports 6th. Booby 7th. Dakfu 8th.
Trans makes a move on the inside.
Miz 9th. Addy in 10th. Now can Trans complete the pass? That has been the question, because getting to the inside and actually completing the pass have been two different things, but he gets a great push from Corey. Can he clear up the outside? He's giving Jaywood room still. Not yet, not yet. Jaywood still fighting hard on the outside. And now Tran should clear up to the race lead, and he is clear as Corey hits pit road. This will be a one-stop stage. Does Jay would have it, what it takes to get with Trans here? Because remember, those are playoff spoilers. Party sat third. Yes, he's in the playoffs. He has one win in the playoffs, but he's the final driver in the playoff grid that is in the next round. So he, while there's no, pressure from behind, as Freak and Malico did not start today's event, so they will not advance into the next round. So there's no possible way for Freak to get eliminated. You still want to have a great run heading into the next round. Now I guess it would be bold of me to assume, but Ripper, have you ever had, playoff experience, and have you had to kind of build your momentum into the next round?
Yes. It's kind of, for me, it's kind of like, it's like a one-in-a-lifetime moment that you can actually try to get in the playoffs. I've never actually gotten a win to lock myself into the playoffs. I've always had to go in by points.
Okay, so I'll speak on my behalf, since I have won races in league and actually have competed for championships and won a championship. Going into these next rounds, momentum is so important, especially because this schedule is not like the traditional schedule. This schedule is different in terms that this is not what you see in other leagues. This is kind of on its own, it's unique, and that's great. As you see, the 48 of Jay Wood's quickly closing on the 6 of Corey. Corey had just pitted, so he's on fresh tires, trying to stay on the lead lap as Jay Wood holds onto the race lead. But back to the point, obviously a win you're in, that helps greatly. Sometimes you don't always have the stars line up to where you need to, where you get a win in every round, and that's okay. You need to stay consistent though. Consistent finishes, continue to bring that momentum. A bunch of second place finishes is a lot better than a win and a 7th and a 5th, and another win and an 8th and a 13th. But if you're finishing second, you're clicking off, and you're closer and closer to a win each time you finish second.
Consistency matters more than a bunch of random wins.
Yeah, consistency is key. So, I mean, yeah, I've finished in the top 5 before. I would try to finish in the top 5, because my thing is if you can get in the top 5, you have a chance of going for that championship, and you have a larger chance of getting into the final one, like, not like completely final, but once you get to last race before the final 4, you want to try to earn as much more spots than you did in any other races. I go for the win all the time, and it sometimes doesn't work because I think 3 to 4, maybe 5 different strategies off in my head, and I can't get the right one to stick, so I have to keep changing my strategies. And it's what gets me. If you can stick to one strategy, and you can make that strategy work, you're good at goal. You gotta make sure that your thoughts process is right. So,
and that's why you've never won a league race, right? You just continue to change strategies. You can't stick to one strategy.
No, I can't stick to one strategy. I have to go multiple strategies.
That's why you don't win at all, or ever come close.
Well,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, you gotta think about it. Every league race I've been in, that there's been a caution, so I've had to change my strategy multiple times. So
so does the rest of the field.
Well, my thing is if we were green flag racing all the time, right? I wouldn't think about green flag racing. I'd be thinking, okay, we can have a caution at any moment, and I start changing up my strategy.
Wow,
that is a terrible way to think. And
you want to think that there's going to be no strategy and try and make it a long run car and then decide on what pit strategy you want to use is what you do.
Right, yeah, that's understandable.
So it's tough, because oval racing is tough. You run a road course race kind of backwards in terms of strategy. You set a pit lap where you can make it to the end, and you have to pit that lap, and then you have to pit the same amount of laps from that lap to the end into the race. So So you know how like Watkins Glen usually pit, you can make it about 33 laps. So people pit at about lap 57, and what is 57 minus 33? Well, that's usually about 24. So you'll pit at 24 and 57. But at ovals, it's different. As we have time to talk about this. They're single file. Dakfu actually going for a pass on trans for second. Motorsports at third. Now we're getting ready to go 3 wide. Corey has not been able to pull away from this lead pack. Dakfu up to second. I mean, for ovals, it's different because everybody's kind of running different rates. You know, the way you take the track can have you. I guess it's different for all tracks as well. But the way you take the track can have a more a harder impact on your tires, or heavier impact on your tires. And so you have to think about that. Whereas the road course, if your tires are worn out but you're skilled, you can still run fast lap times. Here comes the 17 to trans to pit road.
Oh yes, well easy, and also not only trans, we got
Grizzly and Miz.
Grizzly and Miz as well going to pit lane. But so in this area,
Well,
were you having a Biden moment there? Or?
Oh, shoot.
I was doing something, so hang on. So in this route, we've had no cautions.
Right, here comes the 9 party people to pit road.
So so let's see.
Yes, let us see. There has been no cautions. We didn't have any cautions last night. Tonight should definitely be one of those. Here comes the 14 to party people. He's gonna go 1 lap down. Corey has just gone 1 lap down to Jay Wood.
So what can you see to yourself? What do you think we could see tonight with this group of people? Do you think we're gonna see that no magic C word again?
It's very possible. These guys, they're very cool, calm, and collected. When it comes to here comes the 18 Motorsports to pit road. What also helps is these guys, they're pitting on several different laps. You see Motorsports came in by himself. People came in a couple laps before. People came in a lap before. You are going to come in the next 2 laps, next lap. What helps with this kind of racing is, well, it's pack racing. And though these guys have a lot of trust for each other, and they've raced each other week in and week out, so they kind of know each other's tendencies. Pitting at different laps kind of splits the pack up, which allows this race to get cleaner, to get green, more to the end. And that's kind of what you want in these races, especially because these races end up becoming about fuel strategy. And the last thing you do want is to have a random caution coming, throwing your strategy out the window. As somebody's coming to pit road, I think they've crashed coming to pit road.
Oh, damn.
The 19 is Spooby.
That's not good.
So Jay Wood continues to lead over to 12 of Dakfu. Everybody else has kind of already cycled through pit road. So where these guys come out? I think the 48's coming this time. He is, which gives the lead to the 12 of Dakfu. So in the middle, green flag pit stops here. Trying to see if these guys will only have to make 1 stop at this stage. I assume they do. But now you figure out, do you want to optimize tires or optimize your fuel?
Never mind.
Here comes more cars coming to pit road. It's the 41 of Devon and the 17 of Tran. Not the 17 of Tran, my bad. 47 of Addy. 16 of Toyota. I'm sorry, the 66. Wow. They're actually kind of running a no man's land here. Interesting to see when he comes to pit road, which I think is now. Don't speed, don't speed, don't speed. Let's see who the new race leader is. Where do we get that? The 12 is still our race leader. But Corey, look now. Let's take a look at this. The 6 of Corey is so far out in front of the 48 of Jaywood. So Corey will be racing Daxley on pit exit. Daxley trying to stay on the apron. I don't think he did. Man, and Corey had a good view of that. Let's see if Corey says anything.
So is Corey still, is Corey the leader or no?
Corey is second because that crew might have taken like no tires and only fuel.
Huh. Alright, this can come down and be pretty interesting. So can Corey chase it on Dakfu, he will have 6 laps to coming around to 5 laps to go this time by.
Okay. So do you think Dakfu took gas and no tires?
Be about the only thing.
Dakfu could have taken anything, but he did get out in front of Corey.
Okay.
And Jay Wood sat third. So Dakfu trying to get himself one of these stage victories.
But will it pay off?
Maybe he had enough gas in his car.
Maybe he only took a splash of fuel in 2 rights or something.
Maybe. I mean, anything's possible, you know?
When you're desperate enough to win a stage, yes. Or he could have maybe just had a way better pit stop because he is not too far ahead from Dakfu.
No.
I'm sorry, from Jaywood. But Jaywood also did pits a lot earlier than Dakfu did, so they could have made up time. Jaywood closing the gap on Corey here, coming around to 4 laps to go. Corey pitted super early. Jaywood has fresher tires, so Jaywood goes on by for second. We'll be coming around to 4 laps to go here at Michigan in stage number 1.
Dang. I think Jaywood's gonna get him.
Jaywood is closing the gap, but catching and passing are 2 different words.
That is true, because he can block like crazy for when he catches up.
Right, and Dakfu's not going to put up much of a fight. Side by side down the back. Jaywood around the outside. He will clear back to the race lead. Coming around to 3 laps to go in stage number 1, but Dakfu looks down low. But he does not have the grip. He definitely did not take 4 tires.
That's why he let him by, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he doesn't have the grip to fight.
And he doesn't want to try and wear them out more than he has to.
Now who does have the grip to fight? How about Trans and Motorsports? Bump drafting to get up to the 6 of Corey. Motorsports is there. Looking to the inside of Corey. Side by side, Motorsports going to clear the 3rd position. And Trans to 4th. Oh, Spooby into the wall. Two laps remaining here in stage number 1, and Jaywood is pulling away. What else is new? Dakfu sat 2nd, but now Motorsports and Trans, they can duke it out for 3rd with a lap and a half to go. Now Motorsports is in the playoffs, Trans is not. They're pretty good friends. We'll see how much of a fight Trans puts up on Motorsports. One lap to go here in Michigan in stage number 1. Jaywood is gone. These guys, they're reeling in that 12 of Dakfu, but will they have enough time? Motorsports trying to get 2nd. Trans is pushing Motorsports down the back straightaway. Can he get there? I don't think he can. Through turns 3 and 4. If that Fu can get on the gas, and I think he did, he is good. So to the start finish line, Jaywood wins stage 1, Dakfu second, Motorsports third, Trans Am fourth, Corey fifth. Those will be the 5 drivers getting stage points there in stage number 1. Smoothie fends off the rest of the crowd. He finishes 6th in stage 1. Over Miz, Clutch, Grizzly, and Addy to wrap the top 10. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. Gonna rack them, stack them, and run them again here in stage number 2. What do we take of that? That was a one-stop stage for sure. Everybody made one stop, but at different points. Next stage is going to be shorter. Ripper, what are we going to see in next stage? Granted, it will be shorter.
Still pit strategy, I'd say.
Well, I mean, shorter. I think they're all going to have enough gas to make it to the end.
That is incorrect.
Oh, they not?
They will not.
If they didn't have enough this time, they won't have next time.
Well, how many are they short?
We have a 27 lap runner hands for stage number 2.
They're gonna have to pit. It'd be harder than heck to save here, honestly.
They're gonna be 5 laps short.
You're not safe for 5 laps.
Now somebody's bound to try it, but it's not gonna work out in their favor. They're gonna look. Everybody's still in the pack, so nobody's saving fuel yet. Motorsports going for the race lead. 3 wide for the race lead. Corey in the middle. Coming up on turn number 4. Who wants it more? So this one in the grass. Crashing in the back. Crash in the back. Corey leads at the line. Party people heavy damage.
The 9 party people. The 47
and the 66 of Toyota.
Was that a caution?
I believe so. I believe they're racing it back.
Alright.
3 wide once again. Jaywood puts him in the middle. Oh, Corey in the wall. Jaywood forced his way to the race lead.
Dang, this is crazy. Every spot matters. Every spot.
And it does. Smoothie peeking down low. Corey and Motorsports duking it out for a second. More contact. Racing back to the caution. Dakfu in the grass. Contact with Trans. Corey gets second over Motorsports for the Smoothie 4. And once again, the Cup Series in stage number 2 brings us our first caution of the week.
Dang. That just shows how good they are.
Yes, sir. It took 143 laps around Michigan this week before we got our first caution for a crash. 143 laps.
Wow. That was insane. 3 wide to the line. Cars wrecking. Now this is our first caution in a week or 2, right?
This will be our first caution in a week. We did get cautions last week at Texas. We did get cautions. We got 4 of them.
Okay, so this is our first caution in a week. This isn't bad. If they can continue this, like if they can go green flag for the rest of the race, that'd be great.
Now here's where it gets interesting. Because this is the 3rd lap of the stage we just crossed under. We're still gonna have another lap under caution. These guys, if they pit now, get full tanks, and they save under caution, they're only gonna be 1 lap short. So now we can definitely see somebody try to save a lap. And I think the 24 Miz, I think he knows track position's key. He maybe just took a splash, and Miz comes out as the race leader. About for a second is Corey over Jaywood over Motorsports. And Smoothie round out your top 5. Followed by Clutch and Ferdinand, then Randall, Devin, Trans, Grizzly, the top 10. by Addy, Dakfu, Party People, Toyota. So double wide and ready to go. Miz, remember you finished second last night in the truck race. Let's see what Miz can do here. Double wide ready to go for our first restart of the week. The 24 Miz is going to come through the Geico restart zone, and green. The Miz to the race lead. Jay was already peeking to the inside. Side by side down the back. Motorsports is going to push Jay Wood. Look at him fan out. And cleared to the race lead is the 48 of Jay Wood. He made it look easy.
He always does.
Rightfully so. The 18 of Motorsports trying to clear Miz for second.
I mean, when does he never ever make it look not easy?
English.
When does he never make it look not easy?
Oh, contact! Miz into the one, into the back he goes. He collects the 14 of Grizzly, the 41 of Devin, the 6 of Corey.
Oh no.
Nobody's called it yet. A more wrecking. The 62 of Randall, the 47 of Addy. Racing it back to the start finish line is going to be Jay Wood over Motorsports. Clutch and Addy got together with Randall.
Come around me, Chance. Everybody pass me.
Yeah, that was all the 24. He came down into the 19 and kind of washed into the outside wall. It sucks. But well, here comes the field down pit lane. Interesting strategy by Miz, but now everybody pits. Now everybody will make it to the end. So now we're just going to go racing, boys.
Dang.
And you know what happens when we just go racing? Cautions breed cautions. This one could get interesting. I never saw him flip. The 18 of Motorsports. His car never flipped on our screen. We watched the wreck. He never flipped.
And Jay Wood wins it off pit road.
Yep, Motorsports wins the race off pit road over Randall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, make sure you have your facts checked before you speak.
I swear I didn't even see. Yeah, I didn't see Motorsports come off first. I was looking right at the TV too.
There's two other cars in front of them.
I must not have seen it.
That is correct.
My fault. The 18 wins it off over the 62.
Yep.
Followed by
because the 48 of Jay with the 17 of Trans, right, and the 9 of Party Wheel. That's our top 5. We're double wide ready to go. Now what happens here? Randall Motorsports, they understand. They just pitted. They only have to take a splash and 2 rights, maybe. So, and now everybody can make it to the end of the field. So everybody's here to race. They understand track position is key. So let's get ready to go. The 18 of Motorsports, the control car into the Geico restart zone. Green, green, green.
And here's the 48 of Jaywood pushing the set 18 of Motorsports.
All over that yellow line. Trying to work to the inside, but Motorsports is glued. Now about the 11 of Clutch in for Dan today. Clutch into third. Looking to join those battle for the race lead. Jaywood understands, he trusts Motorsports, he's trying to push to get away from it, but Clutch with a huge draft around the outside, looking for second, trying to go for the race lead maybe. Motorsports goes up to block, he still goes higher, 3 wide for the race lead now. Trans is gonna push Jaywood. Motorsports is in the second hole. Jaywood's got a great push. And up the inside, Jaywood, as always, clear to race lead. Trans, the second, going for the race lead now is the 17.
Oh, some contact.
There, a lot of contact. Side by side for the race lead, neck and neck, heading into turn 1. Trans on the bottom, look at the 11 of Clutch way up the track. Jaywood trying to make it flow around the outside.
Oh, and the 41 around. Collects 3 cars.
Wrecking the back.
Collects the 66 of Toyota, the 62
of Randall. The 24 of Miz is back there.
Oh my.
The race back to the line. Jaywood's got a huge advantage. Until the start finish line, it is going to be Jaywood over Trans and Addy. .41.24, that is already the second caution of the night on the 24. That was on the 41. Let us see. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up on the broadcast. This one was, that was gnarly.
Gnarly.
To say the least. Here comes the field down pit road. Oh, the 41 caught the apron. Alright, so let's see how this looks.
And the 66 of
Toyota comes out.
Toyota comes off first.
Leader. Let's see, here's the replay here from Scooby's on board. You see the 41 clips the apron and he collects the 24 and the 60. Wow! I mean, look at that. That is wild. One more time for the broadcast. Let's look at that in slow motion. The 66 of Toyota is the race leader over the 48 of Jaywood. We're still watching this replay here. You see it down on the left side of your screen. There goes the 41. Collects the 24. 19 of Sui, he dives down. The 62 gets hit. And wow! What a miss. We're going to go green this time by, so we're going to get this replay off your screen. Get back to the coverage here. The 66 Toyota. here as our race leader. Time to play a little playoff spoiler himself as the field comes to the Geico restart zone. The 66 Toyota is going to be our race leader. Green did not get a great start. Look at the 48 of J Wood go. The 66 forgot what a gas pedal was. Now J Wood clears it. The top 4 cleared of the inside lane. My goodness. I don't know why he took the race lead if he forgot where his gas pedal was. He just was causing havoc. Dangerous spot for that 66 to be if he wasn't going to go in that start. That was terrible. He blew that restart so bad. Here comes the 17 at Transa trying to stay with the 48 of J Wood. 9 at Party People here as well. But the top 4 are broken away. All 4 of these drivers very capable of winning. The 48 of J Wood is so dominant. The 17 of Trans Am has been playoff spoiler. The 6 of Corey is dominated this season. And the 9 of Party People is our defending series champion. How about the 19 of Smoothie? Up in this elite battle. So J Wood continues to hold station, but Corey around the outside of Party People. For third, he gets clear. Side by side for the race lead. Trans down low. J Wood a push from Corey. How about 3 wide? Corey in the wall. Almost contact with Trans. Trans still holding it down low, trying to get that run. Tries to clear up, but J Wood's still out there. Corey trying to swerve back there, trying to keep that car under control. Trans clear to the race lead ahead of J Wood. Remember, these guys can make it to the end. This is an all-out race. How about Spooby up here? I'm trying to make it 3 wide for the race lead. He's peaking. He's up there. He's way up there. Not gonna happen. The 48 J Wood clear to the race lead. J Wood holding station. How about the 47 of Addy up here, the 14 of Grizzly up here. Here comes the 17 of Trans up the inside once again. Look at this pack. The 47 of Addy, the crossover right in front of the 17 of Trent. He checks him up, trying to get to the inside. Trent is pushing. Here comes the 14 of Grizzly. The 19 of Smoothie back into the mix. Looking to the inside comes the 47 of Addy. Right on board with the 17 of Trans. He wants to get 3 wide, he doesn't want to put it in the wall, he's going to push the 48. Smoothie around the outside looking for 4th. So Trans trying to work over that 48 of J Wood. Right, but he's pushing that ally number 40, Dominate. The top three are pushing. Wreck in the back, the 24 of Miz. The 11 of Clutch is wrecked in the back there as well. Caution is out, the 66 of Toyota has left the session. And we're getting close to the end of stage number 2, so they've called this one to be a quickie yellow. It is the last possible moment as the field is coming around to 5 laps to go. J1 holding on to it. This is important. To the start finish line is going to be Jaywood over Trans, Addy, Grizzly, and Scooby the top 5. Quickie yellow, we're going to have everybody be able to pit this time around and double up and get ready to go the next time around for maybe a 3-lap shootout. So, Sticky, you're in this position. If you're in the middle of the field, do you stay out or do you pit on this caution with 3 laps to go in the stage?
Middle of the field?
Yes.
Ooh. I mean, it would guess it would matter on what people do in front of you and how many of them do it.
Very valid. I definitely agree with that. So here comes the field. Who's all gonna pit? They all pit. Now who's all gonna take 4 tires? Who's gonna take 2? Who's gonna take a splash? Well, you don't need fuel, so who's gonna take 2 or who's gonna take 4? Who's gonna gamble? Who wants a stage win? It is playoff time. Who wants playoff points? The 19 is down and away. So is the 14, the 47. Everybody's taking 4 tires. The 48 of Jaywood comes out as the race leader once again. Over the 17 of Trans, the 47 of Addy, the 14 of Grizzly. I think the 19 of Spoopy came out 5th. If we're doubled up and we're getting ready to go this time by, a quickie yellow, a 3 lap to go on this restart. So what are we going to see on this restart, boys?
Some pretty aggressive racing, I'm gonna guess.
So let's take a look up here.
I think go aggressive racing as well. My thing is it going to be the 48 that's going to get that lead, keep that lead, or is it going to be the 47 that's going to overtake it of the 48?
Or somebody going to take it 3 wide like the 17 of Trans. Now remember here, the 48 of J, but the 17 of Trans, they're not battling in the playoffs. They are here just for wins. The 47 of Addy, he's in the playoffs. The 19 of Spoopy, the 14 of Grizzly, they're in the playoffs. Actually, I don't know if the 14 of Grizzly is in the playoffs once again. But
alright, thank you.
There's a grab bag of people up here. Into the restart zone, green flag in the air. We're racing with 3 laps to go in stage number 2.
And the 47 just dips into 3rd place with a 3 wide for 5th.
Yeah, quite the aggression back there. That is way farther back than 5th, by the way. That is not 5th place. Here comes Scooby up the inside of Addy. They're like little tandems, like this is 2011. Motorsports is way up the track. Scooby to 3rd, he tries to throw a black contact, the 47 of Addy in the water, 12 of Dak for the 3rd. Here comes the 11, 4 wide. 2 laps to go in stage 2. It's J1 over Trans. Corey Dakfu duking it out for 3rd. Coming around 1 lap to go in stage number 2. It's still J1 over Trans over Corey, Dakfu, and Clutch. Coming to the start-finish line. J-Wood is going to win stage 2 over
And it
Trans.
looks like the 47's out of gas.
He had a Corey 3rd, Dakfu 4th, Clutch in 5th. So those are going to be your top 5 drivers getting stage points here in stage number 2. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs.
Definitely gonna need them for after yesterday. Dang, it was intense.
Well, after that restart, that was intense. 4 wide for 4th.
I know.
So if that's what happened here in stage 2, who knows what's going to happen in stage 3?
5, 6 wide.
Well, what I do know is we are going to rack them, stack them, and run them once again here for stage number 3. We're going to have about 37 laps when we go green, and it should be a 1-stop stage. So here we go to field double wide and ready to go. J-Wood, Trans, green flag in the air, racing stage 3 in Michigan.
So their fuel mileage is
About 22 laps.
22 laps.
I have a 38 lap stage on our hands, so it will be a 1-stop stage. Pretty much there's no strategy. You're pretty much racing and making a pit stop. Unless the caution comes out, then we're talking, but...
There could be a strategy.
Oh, the 12 of Dakfu in the grass! Somehow he keeps it from spinning, he keeps that car under control. Devin trying to get the 3rd on Corey. Corey was trying to get 2nd from Trans. Trans still fends him off. 3 wide for 3rd. Devin, a push from Grizzly up the middle. So it's Devin to 3rd, Grizzly to 4th. So up here to battle for 5th, Corey trying to fend off this pack. Motorsports on his back bumper. Party people up the inside. Corey cleared to 5th. Trans is, look at this. Look at this. Trans is pushing J-Wood down the straightaways. He's not battling him. He is pushing him. Because he knows if they got the rest of the field, it is just those two.
And remember, they're hitting 200 plus. They're hitting on the straightaways too.
Yes. And
my thing is now I'm all about strategies, and that's what I think.
You think
so
too much.
I think there's a strategy with this to where I don't think you're gonna need to make a one pit stop. I think you're gonna be able to make it all. You're gonna need to make a pit stop, but there's a way you can do the pit stop where you can come out in the lead and finish the race with just enough of everything.
Why would you just not split the stage in half?
Because you want to try to. Oh, crash! I saw that right at
the six
right
of Corey's wrecked.
And there's 66 blew a motor.
Oh yeah, that was in stage 2.
Swear to God, I just saw him in this stage.
Nope.
I must be seeing a different color because.
Yes, you are. How about this battle for 4th? Motorsports trying to defend off Scooby. Here comes party people.
So, well, you want to try to run it as far as you can. Now, I would think maybe running it to where figure out where you lose the lap of fuel at. Run it to where you have 0 laps of fuel. If it runs out at pit road, you're gonna need to pit when it's that 1 lap to go, because as soon as you hit that pit road line, you're gonna be out of gas. But running it dry, you can make a pit stop when you have 0 laps of fuel left. Turn around, take a splash of gas on the right side tire. Party people hard in the wall.
He caught the apron and that was it.
Wow. But as I was saying, and as Trans is just pushing Jay Wood down the front stretch.
Yeah, it's just gonna be between those two. There's no strategy in this stage, and so they're just gonna settle it between themselves.
But I mean, if there was a strategy, run it to where it's dry, take a splash of gas and 2 right side tires, and run it the rest. Depending on how your left sides are. If your left sides are good enough to where you can run take a 2-tire pit stop, then you're good. But if you can't make a 2-tire pit stop, then you're not good.
You'd have to take. No, that's not. Okay. So what you're trying to say is if you run it empty, say it's 22 laps, there's still 38 minus 22. There's still 16 laps left in the race. So you still have to take at least, let's see, half I think is 16 laps. Half I think is 11 laps, and half of 11 is 5.5. So 11 plus 5.5. You just have to take a can and a half of fuel. You might as well take 4 tires.
Yeah.
Oh, big wreck on the back straight. The 19 of Smoothie's wrecked. He's caught the 24 Miz. The 18 of Motorsports is in the grass. The 14 of Grizzly's around. The 24 of Miz. The 12 of That Food. The 11 of Clutch.
Wow, big
accident.
That's
gonna
bring out the magic.
Yeah, that was a caution. That is definitely gonna kill the momentum Jay Wood and Trans had. And now, all that you were talking about goes out the window. Well,
Yeah,
it wouldn't have made sense. You would have gone slower on older tires.
Yeah.
And then having to take a 4-tire pit stop, or taking a 2-tire pit stop, but having to wait longer on fuel, where you might as well take 4 tires. You have to. If you're gonna think a strategy like that, you have to think it all the way through. You can't take a splash of fuel. You're not gonna have enough fuel. You can't take a can of fuel. You'll still be short by 5 laps. You have to take a can and a half, and you might as well take 4 tires if you're gonna be in pit lane for that long. And then if you're going to be in pit lane for that long, you're going to run it till it's empty, spend more time on worn tires. You might as well just split the stage in half and pay for 4 tires and a full tank of fuel anyway.
Yeah, the older the tires, the slower you are.
Yeah. But here comes the whole field to pit road anyway. Scrap all that. Strategy. erase, rip up that sheet out of your notebook. Let's try that again.
Yeah, see, I never thought about it that way. Huh.
And that's
See,
okay.
then that strategy would have never worked.
I mean, it could have worked if everybody else was dog shit slow, but no, we have very fast people in this league.
If everybody was dog shit.
Yeah, so if we were racing a bunch of views, because you've never won a league race, maybe it would have worked.
Wow. Gotta kick it right in the kisser, eh?
And then some, yes. But the race off pit road is won by the 48 of Jay Wood, and here we are. We'll be going green with, if we go green this time, we'll be going green with 27. Whoa! Big moment. We'll be going green with 26 laps to go. We have 22 laps to gas. They're going to be 4 laps short. This is tough. Saving 4 laps, you have to go very, very slow. However, if you're able to save those 4 laps and cut out a pit stop, that's great. However, we could also either run it till it's empty. Now you can take a splash and 2 rights and run it to the end. Because if a splash of fuel gets you 6 laps of gas and there's 4 laps left in the race, well, you can do that.
Yep.
Now you can do that.
Now it'll work.
Or,
but I mean,
go for it.
It depends on how you have your car set up.
Right. See, but that's the thing. You gotta either try to save 4 laps of gas, run it until it's empty, pit for a splash and 2 tires, or just a splash. But we'll see what happens. How about Jay Wood? I know he's gonna go all out, and the guy who is outside, the 41 of Devon, that guy, he knows how to save fuel. So double wide and ready to go as they come into the Geico restart zone after a huge accident in turn number 3. We are green, green, green for the remainder of stage number 3. 30 expect Trans to just get ready to push Jay Wood all the way around the circuit, but Addy's not going to make it easy. Addy's got to try to stay with them. Devin is still up here. They're going 4 wide back here. Three wide still, but down to 2 wide once again. Jay Wood taking a higher line through 1 and 2 over Trans, Devin, and Addy. Randall, how about Randall up in the 5th? As Clutch heads this battle for 6th place. Oh, a little bit of contact. Corey and Miz getting together a little bit. Here comes Devin. Devin, a huge push from Addy. Devin going for the race lead. I don't know if he's saving fuel, boys. He's out there. He can clear up in a new leader. If he clears up, no, Jay Wood's got the run. Trying, he's too late. Trans pushing Jay Wood down the straightaway. Devin has no help. Addy desperately trying to get there. Oh, Addy hit the apron. That's not going to help Devin, but Devin trying to clear Jay Wood on exit. He's not clear. And Devin clear to the race lead. New leader, somebody has bested the 48. Devin got up there with help from the 47 of Addy and got around the 48 of Jay Wood. Here comes the 47 of Addy. Now Jay Wood's in traffic. We don't quite know how his car handles in traffic. He's been in the lead nearly all race long. And now that's Trans who's gone up to the 2nd actually. Now Addy's still duking it out with Jay Wood for 3rd. And now Trans going for the race lead on Devin to the inside. Devin's gonna have Addy to his rescue. Here comes the 9-up party, people. So many blue and red cars up here. And where's the 48 of Jay Wood? He's not even in the top 5. He's all the way back outside the top 10, I believe. Wow, he cannot have a car in traffic. That is insane. Oh, Trans has a moment on the back straightaway. He's slow on the backstretch. Party people and Devin battling for the race lead. Our defending series champion knows how important momentum is in the playoffs, as he just won a championship last season, trying to clear Devin. He has 1 win on the season. He's at the very bottom of the advancing drivers on the playoff grid. He's getting pushed by the 12 of Dakfu, duking it out with the 41 of Devin up here, trying to get himself a race victory here in Michigan. Motorsports with the trekking into the outside wall. Devin looks to the outside, he peeks it out there barely. Three wide for second. Here comes Corey for the race lead. 5 cars under a blanket. Where did he come from?
And here comes Dak.
3 wide back. For third. Corey trying to clear Devin. Can he slide up? Corey cleared to the race lead. The lead changes we're getting. You take that 48 out of it. Here comes Devin right back.
41 of Devin.
He wants that race lead back. A Corey around the outside. He's too strong up there.
And here comes the 9 of party people. Oh,
that's not the 9.
The 12 of Dakfu, sorry.
Right. So Corey leads that lap, getting a push from the 11 of clutch. Look at this battle. Talk about 190 mile per hour pace laps. Here comes Clutch to the inside of Devin. Oh, Clutch to the outside of Corey. He was loose. Can he keep it up there? No. And now look at this double wide all the way back. Oh, contact Devin in the spoobie.
Three wide for third place.
Yes, sir. They've been 3 wide almost this entire stint. And out of 12 of Dakfu in prime position, sat second to try to get this race lead. Coming around to 15 laps to go. We still don't know what the strategy's gonna be. Can you say, or do you just pick for a splash? Everybody singled it out up here. Dakfu peaks down low. Devin peeking lower. Devin trying to take second. Cleared to second on Dakfu is Devin. Up the inside, Dakfu sends a missile up there. He sends Devin way up the track. Devin has to back out the throttle. He's in the wall. Wow. Devin literally just booped out of the way. and is losing several spots. That was an aggressive move, maybe even a dirty one if also, wow. So Dakfu in third right now, Clutch in the second. Part of people looking on Dakfu for third.
There you go.
13. Coming around to 12. Pit stops on the horizon still for most of these guys. Remember, they were 4 laps short at the start, at the restart.
Maybe nothing happened to the 17 with Trans. Maybe he had a full saver gear and he kicked it right into there.
Oh, somebody's on pit road, I think. The 18 of Motorsports. He cannot make it to the end. He split this one in half.
Maybe the 17 of Trans wants to kick it 4 laps of save 4 laps of fuel.
Yeah, that's probably what a lot of people are doing if they weren't in a battle for the race lead. And now Corey's driving away, and maybe a lot of these guys are saving in this pack. Here comes the 11 of pit road. Clutch cannot make it to the end. The 19 of Spooby cannot make it to the end. All the JGR Toyotas, a terrible fuel mileage. Something they're going to be working on in the off season.
Maybe.
They transition over to iRacing.
Oof. That ought to be fun.
It will be. It's been fun. If y'all been checking out the test races we've been doing Mondays and Fridays.
I watched one of them when you were at North Wilkesville.
Oh, that was fun. Here comes the 9 of party people to pit road. He cannot make it to the end. He's bringing the 24 of Miz. The 41 of Devin. Our fuel saver is in. The 6 of Corey still out there logging laps. Leading over to 12 of Dakfu. When do we see these guys, and are they going as long as they can?
Oh.
So who can save the fuel, or who's on the right strategy? Corey just put Devin a lap down. Comes Devin trying to get his lap back from the 12 of Dakfu in second. Eight laps to go here at Michigan. Coming around to 7 laps to go for Corey. We expect Corey to come into pit road and within the next 3 laps. Might as well you just get that to a big enough lead where he can save. I mean, he's opening up a huge lead. Remember, he's only racing the 12 with Dakfu. I mean, he's got a huge gap over Dakfu. Now he can start saving. But I think this is it. This is Corey coming to pit road. The 12 of Dakfu will stay out as your race leader. Six laps to go, coming around to 5 to go. Can Dakfu make the fuel live? He's backed it off big time. Here comes Dakfu to pit road. The Dakfu giving up the race lead. Who pitted at the right time? And what does Dakfu take? Does he only take a splash? I guess you have to. You're trying to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 14 of Grizzly is taking over the race lead. He's going very slow on the track. They're quickly being caught. I believe that's the 17 of Trans he's being caught by. These guys might be saving the distance, I think somebody alluded to. I think the 18 of Motorsports is the first driver who has pitted. So he's in prime position if the 14 and the 17 can't make it. We'll be coming around at 3 laps to go. I think Motorsports is passing Trans for second. Motorsports can make it. He's got 3 laps to go. He chased down the 14 of Grizzly. This is insane. He's chasing him down. He's got 2 laps to go. This time by. He's caught him with 2 laps to go. Around the outside goes the 18 of Motorsports. He's not in the playoff race. That's who Lapham's. Oh man. Getting my hopes up. That sucks. He must have had a penalty or something to be that far behind. Ah, he had a speeding penalty. So that is my apologies for hyping that up as they're coming to 1 lap to go to 14 of Grizzly's the race leader. Nobody out back, cause does the fuel live? You're right on board. The battle is insane further back for the 6th position. But coming through turns 3 and 4, the 14 of Grizzly, he is gonna get it on! He's gonna get himself one of these good old race victories here in Michigan. Trans gets 2nd, Jaywood 3rd. What a race. So Grizzly wins. Actually, Jaywood got second, Addy third, Corey fourth, Clutch fifth, Inferdan, Dakfu sixth, Spooby seventh, Party People eight, Miz ninth, Devin in 10th. Randall 11th, Motorsports 12th, Trans Am 13th, Toyota 14th. Wow, wow, wow. Go ahead and let's take a look at the playoff standings. Whatever's easier. Is there space for us three to hop over? Alright, we'll hop over then. Alright, so there's your playoff standings on your screen. We're gonna hop over and get some post-race interviews going. We'll be right back.
Alright. Man.
Does Trans want one? Is Trans gonna have an interview?
Looks like. Oh no, Trans did not get into top 3, so only Jaywood and Addy. Yep. So it looks like it's just gonna be Grizzly. So I'm gonna switch back over on the stream.
Alrighty. Grizzly, you there?
Yep. Grizzly, you got a copy? Alright, what a race! So, coming to 26 laps to go on that restart, did you know, you did know that you had 22 laps of fuel in the tank. Did you know you could save 4 laps of gas?
In practice, I ran a whole fuel run with my 4th gear. That's how I made it all the way. I knew I could save up to 5 laps of fuel, if not more, if I slowed down.
So how beneficial did that 4th gear come in today?
It came in pretty well, I'd say. That was my first cup win of the year. I took 1 away from the 48.
Yes, sir. Alright, so speaking of cup wins here, let's speak about the playoffs real quick. That went, not only were you going to advance anyway with where you were in points and who didn't show up, this and that, but this is a win that advances you into the next round. But not only that, it propels your momentum into that next round, adding some playoff points. How big is that for your run at the championship now? Does it get more serious now with a win?
I think it boosts your confidence, and it lets you know, anybody that does help so it's that, hey, we can save fuel with those guys that are pretty good at saving fuel like that on Jaywood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so let's get to this race. You ran the races last night compared to tonight. There's a few cautions. There's more accidents, more action. I guess would be the reason why. But what do you think was the primary reason why last night's races were much cleaner than tonight's in terms of caution periods? No, like the driving wasn't dirty, but there was just cautions tonight as compared to last night. What do you think led to that?
I think it has a big ability to do with that draft. People trying to guess where other people are letting off. People getting bigger runs coming out of the corner. People are always back on the gas about the same speed, but like Corey coming out to the corners if he was behind somebody. Like my 3rd year, I can propel a lot faster than how those cars can just based on RPM wise. Get up and go.
All right, so Michigan being one of these big bad draft tracks, was it always the intent when you were building your setup to have the fourth gear somewhat like a draft gear or safety fuel gear?
Well, the intent didn't come until really the last little bit of changes that I did. I started looking around and like, hey, maybe it'll come down to a fuel strategy race. Just enough where I can stay
How awfully lucky.
just as fast as those guys will.
Right. I was about to say, so with that in mind, you were still pretty fast. You got 6th on the weekly this week, your 38.012. I can't tell if that was qualifying or the race, but nonetheless, still a fast setup. How would you describe the way your car was, handling-wise in draft versus clean air, and how it was in general?
I think my car was pretty stable. I want to see what you guys when you stand there at NASCAR race. You don't always want to have your car get too stable, also especially when it's trying to carry things coming out of the corner. Any little slight sitting the outside wall or sitting down in the car next to you.
Right. All right. Well, do you boys have any questions for Grizzly?
No.
Ripper?
Honestly, no, but I'd like to congratulate you on your first place finish tonight.
So, here you are. With the win going into the playoffs, what do you think is your outlook going into this next round to kind of set you up for that final round? Knowing that Watkins Glen's coming up and everything, how are you feeling going into round 2? Do you think you can make it out of round 2, especially with this win now?
I feel good about what was ran there. Road courses earlier this year that we ran, I was pretty good at. I got good in the top 5, maybe challenge for the win. Just depends on however what the car's handling.
Right on. Well, it was a hell of a race. Congratulations to you. It was a fun one tonight. Congratulations on the win, and good luck to you next week and in the next round and here in these playoffs as you contend for a championship round 2 and beyond. Yes, sir. All right, final thoughts for tonight. It was quite the fun race. Obviously, there was a caution tonight as compared to last night. What do you boys think was the main reason that happened? Well, I think it has the. I think it has a lot to do with it being custom setups tonight, and that these drivers kind of control their own destiny. Most of these guys set it up because this is a bad fast track, nearly wide open all the way around. They set their cars up to be loose to carry more speed in the corners, but sometimes they got a little too loose on them. Drivers couldn't hold on to them, and in turn caused accidents, along with catching the apron, you lose grip, and around you go into traffic, and more cautions happen. And restarts with the hecticity, 3 and 4 wide, sometimes even 5 wide, battling for position. I think a lot of that, just all of that combined, had a lot to do with the cautions tonight compared to last night. But yeah, what a fun race it was tonight. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the Wholemade Veedverks Gunman Truck Series and the Wholemade Veedverks Bandit Series playoff race number 4 next week there. And next Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, tune in for the Wholemade Veedverks Outlaw Cup Series race, playoff race number 4 there, 8 p.m. Eastern here on the Wholemade Veedverks Outlaw Series channel, Veedverk Cup Outlaw Series Facebook page, and the Twitch. We will see y'all next week. Y'all stay safe.